Hi, everybody. I hope you're doing well. I am on my way. Well, no, actually, I'm here. I'm sitting in the parking lot just a little early for my dental appointment. As my PCP says, life goes on even when you're dying. So I have to take care of myself. When I first got diagnosed, I was like, well, what's the point? Because I figured I was leaving soon. And if I had just not gone to the dentist, this would be like a year and a half later. So yeah, I'm glad I kept it up. I did want to vlog in the car because it's getting a little harder to do in the house, but a lot of you said you like being in the car. You like looking out the window, and what do I got for you? A tree today. Chris works in a warehouse. He gets home by noon, but like a lot of places, there's a busy season. So Christmas, depending on the volume that they're doing, depends on what time they call him in for work. So last night, he had to get up at midnight and be there at 1 a.m. So I made breakfast for him this morning. And I usually get my vlogging in, or, whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm videoing. I know there's a difference between just vlogging and being a talking head. He got home at 9, little after 9. And I'm used to filming maybe around 11, just before he gets home. So last night he had to go to bed at, I don't know, he went to bed at like 5:30ish. And, we go through this every year. Last year wasn't so bad. That's why I'm kind of thinking that this is going to be a busy Christmas. Maybe people are spending more money. I don't know. But nevertheless, I thought, well, I can adjust and just, we have like a late lunch. And then I thought, well, I could have soup later, and, you could have like a late meal with me. I'm so tired by then that I was like, I'll just vlog in the car again. So, well, we'll make it work. I just don't know exactly if I'm going to have a routine or not, which is fine. And he's willing to be scarce, but I'm not asking him to do that. That's his home. The fact is that because we don't have carpeting downstairs, things echo, so you can even hear people talking from a different floor. I love hardwood floors. These are bamboo. They were there when we got there. I don't recommend them. Especially if you have pets. They scratch so easily that, it's just, I just look at it and shake my head, and it's like, this is the way it is. I got a couple area rugs, and that's the way it's going to be. But those cats are going to get zoomy, and they're going to have fun. Iggy comes, he's got some big claws. And so some floors are just not conducive to that. So I'm going to go into my appointment, and then after my appointment, I will do some more talking. All right. I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay. Got a good checkup. I got a good prophy. I'll tell you what, I used to have periodontal disease for many, many years. And I have bleeding gums, all that. And at some point, I had all 4 back molars taken out. I never got my wisdom teeth. The result was that my teeth were less crowded and I guess easier to clean. And I've never really had a problem since. It's amazing because nobody really suggested that or said why I had it. And that and changing to an electric toothbrush that is a game changer. It really is. So I'm very happy. I always felt like there was something wrong with me or that I wasn't cleaning my teeth right. And I found out finally that I was normal. It sucks to be told that you're not doing a good job or something, and when in fact you're doing the best that can be done. So I'm back. So I was going to vlog in the house again, but I have a friend who's visiting from Tennessee. And in the meantime, Chris and I had these plans for this breakaway bread that I made with brie and cranberry, a recipe I found online. It's sort of a pull apart. And unfortunately, he had to work late, not only going in at 1 a.m., he had to set his alarm for midnight, and now he's shooting for like getting home a little after 10, which it is. I was sitting in the car hoping I would see him. I just put his breakfast out, and I didn't say anything. I didn't want him to feel bad when he told me he was coming home late, but I've got to meet them and we're supposed to go to brunch. So I was just going to take a taste of the bread, which I did. And so it is 10:09 now, and I've got to get going. So I'm probably not going to even see him till tomorrow, which makes me really sad. Okay, so I was hoping he would pull up, at least get a hug or something, but this is the way it goes sometimes. So my friend Christy from Tennessee, it's not where she's originally from. She's lived in a lot of states because she was in the Army, as was her husband. I think he still works for the military. And she and her son came. They rented a car from the airport. And they got in like 6:30 last night, exhausted, and they traveled. Their flight left at 11 a.m. Yesterday morning, and they're in an hour time difference, so it was really like 10, and they had to go to Nashville, which is a bit of a drive, and you have to go there early, so they probably left around 7 a.m. to get that flight. At least. So I'm just glad to be able to see her. She hasn't visited for, I'm thinking, at least a year, maybe 14, 15 months. I won't be putting the camera on them. I don't like to do that. Not all my friends are hams. And even the hams, when you expect them to do something funny or something, just to be themselves, people tend to stiffen up a little bit. And I understand that. And that's totally fine. I mean, I'm more of a ham probably than I let on camera. I get too serious on camera. Like, it's just business. Let's talk about cancer, And I don't always want to talk about cancer. But cancer's like always on my mind. It is a huge part of my life now. And the older you get, the more you think about your health, right? So speaking of, I haven't heard from the rheumatologist yet for an appointment, but the referral has been sent out, and I'm picking up a lab slip tomorrow to get my testing for Lyme's and whatever else they wanted to test me for. The sun's not even out. I don't know why I have my sunglasses. I should just put my regular glasses on. So we are headed to Lititz again. Lititz is a very affluent town. Even though we're in Lititz technically now, and so you saw how fast it is to get to my town, which in some respects is affluent just by association. I guess it could be like considered a suburb of Lititz. And yeah, a lot of people ask, well, how much does it cost? Is Lititz a nice place? And a lot of people's responses to that is it's a little pricey. The cost of housing, some formal report that I mentioned in a different video. The cost of housing has gone up 47% since 2020. Yeah, that's it's a bit much. Bit much. I don't know how some people do it. I mean, especially single people. I don't think I could. I mean, even when I was working full time, I don't think I could do that. I also wanted to mention another channel. This guy lives in the Ozarks in Missouri. His name is Scott. He's in his mid-30s. I think he's about 35. And he's just learned that there's nothing else they can do for his cancer. And he has 2 small children. And I'm going to put a link above right now. So I want you to visit him. And I want you to join his channel. And he has not asked for donations yet. But in the realms of alternative medicines, he would like to try them. And I suggested to him that he should probably get a GoFundMe account because he said he can't afford them. The only thing that's covered with insurance for him is that a medication that his doctor says you got 1% chance that it's going to attack a tumor. And so the odds are really, really low, but it's all he could afford. I've always said that, you know what? No one battling cancer should have to worry about money. No one. They should only have to worry about the battle. And of course, I'm not on treatments, and that's my personal choice. But if I was younger and had, a couple of small children, I would fight like hell. So if he does ask for donations, or maybe you can afford to just like ask him where you could send a donation, I just feel that he should be able to afford alternative, options, which his doctor said that, you should probably look into. So my heart goes out to this guy. And, so I want you to consider supporting him. And even if you don't have financial choices, especially during the holiday season, then at least go watch his videos and, give him a like and subscribe if you want to. I think that, sometimes, like, I feel emotional support. That emotional support is just as important. And, it may not cure what ails me, but I definitely find comfort in that. And it's just, interacting in the chat and, reading your comments and things like that. I think that just helps on a spiritual level. It's nice to know that people are on your side. It's nice to know that people care. And I know that once he announced that it was terminal, that his numbers shot up, but I think that you can't ever get enough support. I mean, I would love my numbers to grow as well, but it is not the priority. I mean, I do get love and support here, and I appreciate that. So shout out to Scott. Just keep the faith and stay strong, man. Okay, now we're in the little town of Lititz. I know some of you like to look out the window. And it's a cute little town. And at night, there's always twinkly lights. And I haven't actually been here in the evening at Christmas time, but they always do something really nice. And there's a lovely park here. They have like art shows and stuff outside, craft shows, and Lititz, PA, was actually voted the friendliest town in America, I think 2 or 3 years in a row. And the people here are really nice. Okay, I'm almost here, so I'm gonna close right now, and I love you all, and I want you to behave yourselves and make every day count. Okay, bye.